got word that Kurt Eichenwald was on line 11 with us, and Kurt, my apologies if you've been holding very long here, and I
Not at
missed
all.
you.
I haven't been waiting that long.
Okay. You are a contributing editor to Vanity Fair, former reporter with the New York Times, the author of a new book, 500 Days, Secrets and Lies in the Terror Wars. SimonandSchuster.com is the publisher. And brilliant piece that you wrote for the New York Times. Give us a summary of this, if you don't mind.
Well, this goes to what President Bush knew prior to 9/11, and we've had the release many years ago in 2004 of the August 6th, what's called the Presidential Daily Brief. This is the one everyone knows, bin Laden determined to strike U.S.
Right.
And at the time, the administration said, well, this was just a historical review, which when you read it, in fact, it was. What the piece this morning was about was that I have reviewed the daily briefs that preceded that one. And it's very clear that what we were talking about were warnings upon warnings, and, some with great specificity. There are people in the United States who are planning an operation. There are going to be mass casualties. So it gives a very different tenor to the things that happened back in that
Would it be fair to summarize, Kurt, by saying that you have found that George W. Bush and his administration were loudly warned that 9/11 was coming, and they failed to go to the level of security and communication necessary to stop it?
Well, I don't want to go to the level of, they could have stopped it. That's sort of if things were different, would they be the same?
Right.
They were loudly warned. Basically, for me, the bottom line here is that the CIA did a spectacular job. The CIA had it all. And, these were folks who tried to get the White House to listen, but they were up against the Pentagon that thought that bin Laden was faking it, that it was all some sort of scam on his part so that the administration would take its eyes off of Iraq. I can't explain that logic, but that was it. And they were really, fighting an uphill battle. And I think, over the years, the CIA, the people in the CIA who work in counterterrorism were really done a disservice.
Yeah, well,
by people trying to blame them for what happened when they did their jobs very admirably.
In 1999, George Bush told his biographer, the guy who wrote Charge to Keep, wrote the first draft of it, Mickey Herskowitz, a 20-year family friend of the Bush family and an author. He told him that, this was in 99, that if he was elected, he would have a war against Saddam Hussein, against Iraq, to gain enough political capital to privatize Social Security, and said that his father's big mistake was pulling out of Iraq too soon before the election came up, and that being a war president gave you this incredible political capital. So that might have had something to do with it.
Well, I haven't read that, but it's very clear that Iraq was, right in the center of their attention sphere.
Yeah.
And that when 9/11 came around, that within, when you read 500 Days, you'll see within day one they're talking about Iraq.
Yep.
And so it wasn't something that was far off the table.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot in this book about things that people haven't heard about in the last 11 years, about how these decisions were made, and the fact that a lot of the material, a lot of the information that was used to make decisions across the board, not just Iraq, were wrong, were false.
Right. And they were false because they were being driven by the John Boltons of the world, the neocons?
No, they were false because people messed up. They would have a document and they'd say, this is an Al-Qaeda document, let's base our interrogations off of this. And it ends up that, in fact, it's not an Al-Qaeda document. It actually was written before Al-Qaeda existed. And you have a lot of those things that come up in the book. You have George Bush in dealing with the French, trying to get the French to participate in Iraq, went into this speech about God, and this confrontation is willed by God, and it scared the French president to death.
Yeah.
And he thought Bush was a fanatic. And so that was when the French said, we're not going to participate. They were on the edge there already, but it was when they heard this biblical prophecy thing that, they said, we're not going to do it. And, that turned into Freedom Fries.
Yeah, yeah. And that's when we went to rhetorical war with the French.
Right. I've often said, we should rename them now Correct Fries.
There you go.
The French were right.
The French were right and we were wrong. Kurt Eichenwald, his new book out, 500 Days, Secrets and Lies in the Terror Wars. I'm looking forward to it, Kurt. Thank you.